No, your film Tumko Meri Kasam will be releasing in the cinemas. The film, of course, also stars Isha Deol and Anupam Kher. Vikram, what are you hoping that audience will take away after watching the film?
I think they should come out and take away the next show's ticket.
The story is reportedly inspired by the life of Ajay Murdia, who's the founder of famous fertility clinics in India. Now, several actors from Bollywood have shared their journey with IVF. What are your views about this IVF treatment?
That's a very important question that you asked. And it's also a very important question that this film addresses. I think, mm, like mental health, even the entire realm of infertility has been looked at with a certain amount of, um, like a taboo and something that we can't talk about, something that is directly connected to our self-worth. Especially men who uh, are even afraid of being infertile don't get themselves tested because they feel that, oh, I am not a man enough if I have a low sperm count, which is something that we should address because there's nothing to be embarrassed. There is no connection between the sperm count and your manhood, your masculinity. There's no connection whatsoever. Uh, you know, we don't become uh, less men if we have less insulin or we have less thyroxine. You want a child, but a stupid social dogma is stopping you from being happy. Why are you listening to this nonsense in this day and age?
Vikram, you're also considered a pioneer in making horror films. Have you ever had that paranormal experience while working on a horror film? Also, which are some of the haunted studios you think Mumbai have?
See, I have had an experience, two experiences. Uh, one in Mukesh Mills and another one. See, Mukesh Mills is okay, but I can't name the other studios because if I want to go and shoot there, they'll be like, "अच्छा, यहाँ भूत है, हाँ? गया मैं काम से." तो माफी चाहता हूँ विशाल जी, लेकिन I cannot name them, but yes. So what happened is that I was shooting for a film and we were doing action. It was at 3 in the morning. And, Kishmil has one straight road and then it's got these lanes going to the right. And in the middle of two lanes, you have this one huge factory building, and then between two lanes again another factory building. And there was a shot of a car blast. So I told the action master that why don't I go up in that building and put up a top shot? So he liked the idea. So we went up the fire escape, 2 floors. And now we went inside this building. And it must have been at least 1,000 feet. It was so huge. Of course, it was a factory. And it was just white pillars. And we were at the end of it, near the road. So it kind of disappeared into the darkness, the building. The hall where we were, it was like there was a little light where the camera was, and the whole place was into graduating darkness. So I set up the camera, and then my fight director said, "Thoda time lagega." I said, "Take your time. It's a dangerous shot." So there was a HMI light, and actually that was the only light in the room. From behind the HMI lights, there is a leak of light, which kind of casts a pool of blue light. So there was a wooden chair. I sat on it, and there were 7 of us. There was a camera attendant, 2 camera personnel, an assistant of mine, and the light man. Suddenly, from inside this room, from the darkness, I heard a scream filled with incredible pain. It was as if someone's hand was being wrenched from the body, or pain. It was such a pain scream that is hard to replicate or hard to talk about. And then there was a sound like shh, 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 as if someone was asking that screaming person to stop screaming. So all 6 of us looked at each other, and I was sure that someone was playing the fool with me. क्योंकि शॉट को टाइम है, कोई फायर एस्केप से आ गया होगा, पूरा अंधेरा ही अंधेरा है. Someone has gone into the dark and is trying to scare me. So I went out and into the balcony type thing and I said, अरे यहाँ तो आवाजें आ रही हैं, तो कौन मजाक कर रहा है? Now the fight master got angry because it was a very dangerous shot, and he said, ऐसे टाइम पे कौन मजाक कर रहा है? It turns out nobody had come up. Everyone was accounted for. So he said, don't worry, I'm sending 2 fighters. I don't know what good they were going to do, but anyway, they came up with hockey sticks. So they came up and they asked me, कहाँ से आवाज आ रही है? So I said, from that darkness there. So if the hall was like 1,000 feet long, there was light only in 50 feet. So they went into the darkness. They must have been in the darkness for 2 seconds. And they came out, कुछ नहीं है सर, कुछ नहीं है. said, अच्छा, कुछ नहीं है. So then they went down. As soon as they went down, again, the same scream. And once again, shh, shh, shh. Must have happened 5 to 6 times. So then when I came down and I told people what had happened, then the production manager went and brought the security guy, who confirmed that in the silence of the night at 3 in the morning, these screams are heard every day. And that's when I said to myself, what the hell was that? तब तक ये feeling थी कि कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ है. Somebody is doing something. You know, I felt maybe someone is discouraging shootings from happening, you know, so late at night. There must be some answer to that. And there's an addendum story to that, but some other time. Or we'll just end up talking about that.
You are, of course, part of Bhatt family. And today, would you please like to tell us what actually happened or the reason behind the rift between Mahesh Bhatt and Mukesh Bhatt?
Let's just say that there was a bit of betrayal involved. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritties of it because it's not my place.
And finally, each experience, in this case, this film, leaves with a memory or a big learning. As a filmmaker, what is your biggest takeaway from Tumko Meri Kasam?
I think I have found a very sincere, honest group of people to work with. And, sometimes what happens is that the movie turns out well, but the journey has been frustrating. And I always believe that, you never know how good or bad a film is going to fare. But at least let's make the journey enjoyable. The commitment of my actors on this film, of my crew, my technicians, was so heartening and so emotionally balanced to my emotions. It's like an echo. You throw your emotions out there, and if somebody doesn't give it back, you're like, am I over dramatic or is that guy insensitive? But in this case, we were all on the same page, and that's a rare thing. It's like not practicing. It's like, imagine a band that doesn't practice, and then gets together and makes this song, and everybody is on key. You know, it's as good as that. It's as miraculous as that. So I'm very thankful to everyone on that.